The human brain relies on visual shortcuts. We process clothing, posture, and faces in milliseconds to categorize the people we meet. But these instant judgments often lead us into cognitive traps. O. Henry built his reputation on these traps. He specialized in narrative misdirection, using the audience's own social assumptions to set up his signature surprise endings. In his story, Hearts and Hands, the truth is available from the very first paragraph. Success depends on looking past the obvious and focusing on the subtle clues hidden in plain sight. Trusting our eyes is a powerful bias. This specific encounter on a train heading east from Denver demonstrates why that trust is so easily exploited. The B&M Express is departing Denver. Inside one of the coaches, the atmosphere is defined by high society travel and the quiet comfort of the wealthy. Miss Fairchild, an elegant woman of high social standing, watches as two men take the seat facing her. One is handsome and dashing. The other is a glum-faced, roughly dressed man. A single visual detail creates immediate tension. The handsome, well-dressed man is physically chained to his rough-looking companion by a pair of shining handcuffs. Miss Fairchild recognizes the handsome man as Mr. Easton, an old friend. Her initial delight quickly shifts to bewildered horror. Her panic is rooted in a visual mismatch, the sight of a gentleman from her social circle bound to a grim, lower-class stranger. Even before the characters speak, Miss Fairchild has reached a verdict. Her assumptions about class and appearance have already defined the criminal and the hero in this scene. Easton greets her with his left hand, awkwardly noting his right is otherwise engaged. He struggles with visible embarrassment, unable to find a quick way to explain the cuffs. The rough-looking man intercepts. He claims he is the convict being taken to Leavenworth Prison and identifies Easton as the U.S. Marshal in charge of the transport. He admits to a 7-year sentence for counterfeiting, the act of forging legal currency. Easton adapts to the lie instantly. He leans into the role of the dashing Western lawman, fitting Miss Fairchild's romanticized view of life outside Washington. Miss Fairchild accepts the explanation immediately. Her relief is absolute, because the lie confirms her pre-existing belief that a man of Easton's looks and status could only ever be the one holding the keys. The deception succeeds because it requires no effort to convince the listener of something they already want to believe. To understand how O. Henry constructs this illusion, we have to look at the specific linguistic clues scattered throughout the dialogue. O. Henry describes her expression as relaxing distress, pairing contradictory terms to reveal she feels the calm of a resolved mystery alongside lingering anxiety. Another oxymoron, veiled glances, signals the glum-faced man appears passive but is observing with sharp, calculating eyes. Easton provides a clue of his own when he remarks that money has a way of taking wings unto itself. It sounds like a casual remark about spending, but in the context of a counterfeiter, it is a subtle, ironic confession. The irony is the foundation of the scene. The man who looks like a criminal is the lawman, and the man who looks like a gentleman is the felon. In this story, oxymorons and irony serve as the structural blueprints for the lie. The glum-faced man eventually insists on a break to stretch his legs, pulling Easton away and leaving Miss Fairchild charmed by the encounter. The focus shifts to two other passengers who overheard the entire exchange. Their conversation provides the mechanical evidence that breaks the illusion. One passenger asks if the other noticed the hands. A marshal must keep his dominant hand free to handle his weapon or equipment. He would never handcuff a prisoner to his own right hand. While social charm can manipulate human perception, the cold, physical protocol of law enforcement does not change. The handsome Easton is the counterfeiter, and the rough, glum-faced man is the true U.S. Marshal. The marshal orchestrated the lie out of compassion. He sacrificed his own dignity to spare a young man the humiliation of being exposed as a criminal in front of an old friend. Heroism and empathy belonged to the man with the rough exterior, while cowardice and deceit hid behind the elegant suit. If you were sitting on that eastbound train, would you have seen the truth in the physical evidence, or would you have been blinded by the mask of appearance?